Hey guys, this video is going to be somewhat of a guide. This is going to be how to cannon properly. So I've noticed a lot of people, they they just kind of like treat the cannon as just kind of like this random thing. They just go in the middle of a room and spin it around, and they probably just stand underneath the center of the spinning part and just hope for the best. And that's not how you should cannon. And there are some people who know how to do this right. But I'm not exactly sure how widespread it is. Clearly, not everyone knows this. So I'm gonna make this video about that. Um, so basically, this is a little diagram here. The red dot, not dot, the red square here. So this is tiles. This is all the squares of RuneScape. You know how RuneScape's all made up of squares. Okay, so here's all the squares, and treat this as the cannon. So this is the cannon. Move this down a little, and so here's a cannon, and okay, here we go. Where you can get a double cannon. So basically what you want when you're spinning around, sometimes you might get one hit, sometimes you might get two hits on the NPC, sometimes you might get no hits. And this is all based on each square from the center here. And basically you want the double hits. So I'm going to ignore the rest of the single hits or whatever, no hits. And just focus right here on the double hit. So basically the center's here on one square, so you can the cannon, if this is north, there's a little stand right here, there's a stand right here, and there's a stand right here, then you have the spinning part right here. And in each kind of a night move, so if you remember my other video with the running, I mentioned night moves, so like chess, you go two over and one to the side, one to the side. And each night move around the cannon in all directions, you basically have all the double hit spots. These are all the spots where you can double hit. And further than that, in one direction outwards, you also have another double hit spot. And so if you have a single one by one NPC, so an NPC that stands on one by one square, so basically only a single square, then, and if they're standing on this square, um, then basically they'll get double hit every time. What gets trickier though is larger NPCs. Some NPCs are 2 by 2, some are actually 2 by 3, some might be 3 by 3, like dragons can be 4 by 4, and so they take up a huge space. The key thing to remember about those is that they're not in random positions here. So basically, they're huge, but they're not actually, hold up, fuck. Alright, my cannon stopped. So I'm slaying while I'm doing this. Alright, and I'm gonna show you guys in a second. Use, my spec. So, yeah. So I'm gonna show you an example of what I'm doing here. So because of these large ones, when you're looking at them, they're not exactly, it's not clear which space they're on. It's not all of the spaces. It's only one square, and basically it's the southwest corner. So if you look at a 3 by 3, so I save this. So this is here. So I can drag this around. If you look by, so this is the NPC. It could be right here. It could be right here, wherever. Um, and so if it's right here, it's not getting hit by the double one. But if it moves over here, then it will get hit because it gets hit in the southwest corner here. So it's always the southwest square that its actual position is at. And you can also tell this when they die and they drop their items. It's always in the southwest square as well. But what the cannon is always checking that southwest corner. And so it could move over here, and then the southwest corner is over here, and it'll only get single hit, and then it can move over here, and it'll get double hit. And actually, you can even get a triple hit if you bring this over here, and you're like right here, and as this cannon is spinning this way, and you walk over here and lure it to the east here, like that, it'll get hit on this spot, and it'll get hit on this spot, and it'll get hit on this spot, as long as you're walking away. When you run away, and it'll walk towards you, and it'll keep moving one tick each time. So that's actually a way to get triple hit on that. That's actually quite tricky to do though. But yeah, double hit is basically what you're gonna do. And if you're doing single, so let me delete this. If you're doing a single NPC, you're basically luring it you lure the NPC to this spot, and then you're killing it while killing it as you're luring it. If someone has enough health. Sometimes there's enough around you that they can come to you, but usually that's not the case. I think dogs is not even dogs. I don't know, but let's see what else we've got. 2x2 would be this thing, and then 3x3 is that. Luring 3x3s. Typically, you don't want to lure them, because generally the most common 3x3s you're gonna do are Calphites and Black Demons, and basically there's so many around you that they'll come to you, and so you want to find the best square to stand on. And that's another big thing. So a lot of people stand on the middle, but say you're gonna stand on the middle here, and here's you in the middle. You got this attacking from this side, but that's not actually touching a double hit spot. It could attack you from that way, but that's usually not the case. Usually it'll be like this, or it'll be like this, hitting you. And so you're not actually getting those double hit spots if you're in the middle there. If you're over here, this one would be a double hit. This one would not be a double hit. This would be a double hit, and this would not. So it's basically, you're looking, well, not that, this or this. So you're basically looking at two possible spaces that might be a double hit, but the majority of them are not double hits. And so standing on the middle is not the best. What I've noticed is that the best seems to be for 3x3. The best seems to be northeast here. So you see this little square? Northeast seems to be the best spot to get them all, because if they're attacking from this side, then it's hitting that double in this spot. If it's attacking from over here, it's hitting that double. If it's attacking from down here, it's hitting that double. If it's attacking you from down here, it's hitting this double. If it's attacking you from over here, it's hitting this double. If it's attacking you from this way, it's hitting this double. If it's attacking you from right here, it hits this double. And if it's attacking you from right here, it hits this double. So this square right here seems to be the best way to get them to double hit all the time. And as long as you're not moving and they come to you, they will always come to you with one of the edges and not the middle. But if you're moving all over the place, they might come to you in the middle and stuff. But and you also lose that if you're chasing after them, you spend more time just trying to lure them and dancing with them and shit to actually get to the spot instead of actually killing them. And so basically my suggestion on Calphites and Black Demons is to stand still and wait for them to come to you and not chase them. And yeah, so that's it. Stand right here for those tasks. For doubles, you can't quite do doubles like that. So actually, maybe I'll take this back and shrink this down. Shrink it down. And I think that's around that. Doubles. See, doubles don't quite work with that. So like you got this here, but then you could also get attacked that way, and that won't work. So this one you can actually get really screwed up with. In fact, doubles seems to be two 2x2. Seems to be like a really annoying one because there's no clear spot where to always hit. So this one I highly recommend you actually do chase them out and get a good spot. I think bottom, kind of focusing towards the bottom here might be good. Like the bottom and the west side, south and west side here, because you're over here. They can hit there, then they can get a hit on this side. You can kind of lure them a bit better than over here, but I don't know. That's not exactly. It really depends on the room you're in, what you're doing. Some cases, actually the top side is better. So yeah, I don't know. It's just you always look at the southwest corner here. Just keep that in mind with these larger ones. And yeah, Dust Devils are a very big cannon layer task. Dust Devils, you'll always be bringing them to this double hit spot. They die really fast, and yeah. So I'll delete that. This served this purpose. And yeah, so here we are. There goes my prayer. Save myself, so yeah. And prayer, you should watch when I drink my prayer potion. The cannon actually stops spinning. So I know with Calphites, it's best to drink your potions after everything's dead, so that this cannon can still remain spinning. So yeah, I've really been wasting some time here talking. Okay. These don't really drop anything good. Might get some rune stuff. So yeah, that's this video. I'm sure you guys are all watching the high scores. Watch my progress. I'll go show that in a second. So actually, I haven't logged out in a bit here. Let me update this. But I think I got like 3 or 4 hours unlogged. Jabberwocky has stopped. He hasn't gained anything in over 2 days. And he made a post saying he's pretty much given up. Foot got hacked, but then he finally got his account back, and he lost a lot of shit, and so what was left of his momentum, which wasn't really much of anything because he had stopped for the most part. He wasn't doing full-time RuneScape. So he's kind of pretty much done. He hasn't even gained anything in the past day. He's got to rebuild his bank and everything, and yeah, I don't think he's quite interested in doing that. So really, the next 2 people to max will either be User or Herson. Either of them could give up. Either of them could slow down significantly. It is summer, and they'll probably have school come fall, September. So yeah, that's them. But I got such a friggin' lead right now. Like, I was already looking, before Jabberwocky stopped, it was already looking like I was going to win by 2 to 3 weeks. Just max by 2 to 3 weeks at the rate things were going. But now he's out. It's really like, we've got, what is this, User and Herson. So this is pretty much about 4 weeks almost. It's around 4 weeks lead I have on them already. Because they'll pass Jabberwocky, so that's 4 weeks lead I have on them at their current pace. And yeah, that's just gonna grow. I'm currently playing more than they are, so that's just gonna grow for the rest of this. And so I'm looking at probably close to 2 months. I'll probably have a 2 months lead. It really depends if they speed up or slow down, whatever. But I do expect they'll probably slow down. So while they're doing like 360 or so a month, hours a month, they'll probably slow down once September comes, and they might go down half that. So yeah, I do expect maybe around 2 months, maybe a month and a half if they don't slow down. But yeah, it's not even gonna be close. This is so much in the bag, it's ridiculous. But yeah, as for RuneScape high scores, official high scores, we've got, let's see if this will refresh fast enough. Okay, there we go. So I'm 13 levels away. I could get that in really just a little more than a few hours, I guess. A day, less than a day, if I did fletching. Because I got so many easy fletching levels right now. Fletching's my lowest skill, as you can see, 71 right here. But yeah, I'm not going to do that because I did make a commitment to do the Slayer month. So if I stop doing that and just rush rank 1, then yeah, that's just ruin that month. So yeah, I'll just keep slaying and I'll get rank 1 in a few days here. As for that month, here's some gains I've had. Actually, I'm slowing down a little bit to prep for a day record. So I want to get a good day record. So here's records here. So that actually, what I've noticed is my well, first off, this is a week I got. This is what I got my first week here. Now, what I noticed is that my XP gains, my XP per hour actually has decreased as I leveled up. So that's kind of backwards. I expected it to increase after I got to Duradel, but instead after I got to Duradel, it actually went down a bit. But Black Demons were pretty good. I was getting them pretty frequently, so it wasn't really down that much. But then I got 80, and Black Demons became quite rare, and just Cannon Tasks in general became quite rare. And so my XP got hit like really well. Black Demons are one of the best tasks out there. And yeah, and then I got 85, and since I got 85, I've been basically getting just Abyssal Demons for most of it, and just Slayer Tower tasks in general. Cannon tasks have become quite rare now. So yeah, it's really bad. My XP per hour got hit quite a bit, so I don't know. Well, I'm saying quite a bit, but like I can do a day, but like what I do in like 18 hours, I might get like 40k less XP than I would have just a few days ago or whatever. So, but I don't know. I'm thinking about trying Sheldar again and seeing if I can get better gains with that. I am making quite a bit of money though, so I'm getting far more whips and rune boots than I expected I would. So that's actually a surprise, but yeah, I don't know. It's just because I've got so many of those tasks, and yeah, I'm just getting them a bit more frequently than I expected. The drops too, so yeah. So I actually it might be a little close, I don't know, but if if I do Gyarados for the rest of it, which I expect I will, except maybe a day to do like a day record or whatever here, and I'll probably get like 600k plus on the day record. So if I do Gyarados for the rest, which I will, I'll probably make enough money to actually afford the rest of my biolables here. Um, so like I got construction, farming, and Herblore. So basically I can afford that. And yeah. So that's this video. Kind of mixed an update video into a guide video, but whatever. Uh, I don't know if people will be watching this after the time sensitive stuff, but yeah, here we go. Stop.